Hello, English 10, Ms. Long here. Hope you've had a fabulous warm weekend with this little taste of spring that we've had in the Denver area, and hope you're ready for another fun week of English. This is the beginning of Unit 6, Session 2, which happens to be at the end of February. In fact, this is Leap Day as we begin this, that one day that's added to February once every 4 years just to kind of mess with our calendars and our brains a little bit. A little bit of fun trivia that I happened to find for you is that there are a couple women that have given birth to 3 leap day babies, and what are the odds of that? Those people should be going to Vegas or winning lotteries or something like that. Woman here who was born on leap day and died on leap day. Again, what are the odds? Go to Vegas if you've got that kind of luck. Anyway, this is the first full week of March that we're in, Unit 6, Session 2. You should be working with your Steinbeck book, spending some time reading The Pearl or Of Mice and Men, Tortilla Flat, or Grapes of Wrath. So you'll notice that the assignments are a little bit lighter in this because you are getting into those books. So most of the week you're going to spend reading, but these are the assignments that you will be doing to complement that reading and make sure that you're becoming the most knowledgeable, critical reader that you can through this exercise. Want to briefly remind you that if you're keeping up with the work ethic bonus, we have another one of those. And also then just remind you that as you're reading, you are completing a reading log. And that is just to document some of your thinking, your predictions, your reading strategies as you're proceeding through this journal, through this book experience. You should be reading about 2/3 of the book before the end of this week. And then that will leave the final 1/3 for next week. It's kind of a short unit, but that frees you up from having to cram in your book in the last session. And in that 4th session, we'll be doing lots of different choice projects and discussion about the book. So you should have it done by March 13th. That's kind of where we're headed. This week, you'll also be doing what's called a found poem. A found poem, you could think of it as magnetic poetry. You're finding words in your original text, a passage that's descriptive, and rearranging those words to create a poem of a similar meaning using Steinbeck's words. And he, as you've already discovered, has some pretty outstanding phrases. I was thinking earlier today, I wonder if I should have had you keep track of quotations as you read. Hopefully some of you are doing that anyway, but there are some really good character descriptions in his work. So you should be able to find a passage. You will take those words, rearrange them into a poem of your own, and share that poem on a discussion board with peers for your class. Hopefully you'll enjoy seeing the creativity of other people. The second assignment, besides the reading log, I guess it's the 3rd assignment for the session, is in your weekly journal. I'd like for you to look at character archetypes in the books. You're finding that there are some very interesting characters. Some of them realistic, some of them not. Remember, we learn about them by what they do, what they say, how they interact with other characters, and we are looking for patterns in these, things that are repeated. And some of that repetition is even an archetype. It's a pattern that we see in a lot of different literature. So I want you to take a look at some of the characters in your book, one character in particular, write about that character and how that character may or may not fill an archetype of characters in a lot of literature. And that will be your weekly journal. So from there, next week, we will finish things up, wrap things up with our books, and then in the 4th session, you'll be doing a creative project with it. So be in touch with any questions. Hope you have an awesome week and enjoy your reading.